Hi everyone, welcome again to another video. So my name is Diana. I basically do videos on anything that has to do with nursing in the UK. So if you're a registered nurse overseas thinking of migrating to the UK, this is the right channel for you. Just stick around and consider subscribing if you find value from this video. So I did a previous video in which I discussed how you can migrate to the UK as a senior carer. So previously, senior carer was not part of the UK occupational shortage list. In April this year, UK government added nursing assistants, nursing auxiliary, senior carers to the occupational shortage list. What this means is that employers or recruiters are allowed to recruit people who have this kind of experience, like healthcare assistants, into the UK to work as senior carers in nursing homes, care homes, and other facilities that their services are needed. So, which is a very, very good thing, because honestly, most nurses back home have tried writing the IELTS several times and they are not getting the UK NMC requirements. So I feel like this is a very fantastic opportunity for people who have struggled, in getting the NMC IELTS requirements to come into the UK, and you never know what opportunities lies ahead of you. So I don't want you to think that you are kind of professionally degrading yourself by coming in to work as a senior carer when you're already a nurse back home and all that. So it's still better than you staying back home trying the IELTS and feeling frustrated and all that. So in this particular video, I'm going to share with you some of the benefits that you get coming in here to work as a senior carer, just to encourage you, so that you don't feel discouraged or frustrated at all going through this route, because there are so many opportunities for you coming down here to work as a senior carer. So if this is something you would be interested in, kindly stay tuned, watch till the end, consider subscribing, and also share with others. The first benefit I would like to mention is the fact that this senior carer thing is not only limited to registered nurses. So if you are a healthcare assistant, if you are a nursing auxiliary, or if you have any form of healthcare experience, you qualify to apply. So I'm glad this is not only for nurses who are not getting the NMC IELTS requirement. So if you're a registered nurse and we've tried getting the IELTS several times, you're not getting it, it's a fantastic opportunity for you to migrate to the UK. So even if you're not a registered nurse and at least you've got any healthcare experience at all, you also qualify to apply for this senior carer jobs. So another benefit of this senior carer job is because it's added to the occupational shortage list, any recruiter or employer who offers you a senior carer job is supposed to apply for a certificate of sponsorship for you. With this certificate of sponsorship, you use it to apply for the Tier 2 visa, which is the working visa, and with that visa you come to the UK to work. So one fantastic opportunity with the Tier 2 visa is that it allows you also to bring your family over. So even if you decide, the main applicant decide to come initially, you are allowed to bring your spouse and your kids over, just like anybody on any Tier 2 visa. So if you come in as a registered nurse, it's the same Tier 2 visa, you are allowed to bring your family over. And for the same senior carer route, it's still a Tier 2 visa that you're going to apply for you. So you are also in the same, so you also have the same opportunity to bring your family over. So that is a good thing about the senior carer job. So you don't lose anything at all. So another benefit is, depending on which agency or which care home you are dealing with, they might even pay for the cost of the visa, the cost of the flights, and even give you some form of temporary accommodation. It all depends on the kind of arrangement you have with them. I know that those who come in as nurses, most agencies do pay for the cost of their flight tickets. They pay for the visa processing fee and all that. For the same senior carer route, the employer or the recruiter or the agency would also pay for you, in order to go through this whole process to come here. So it all depends on which agency you're actually dealing with, really. And I know of someone who has been offered COS and the agency has offered to pay for the visa and all that. So you still have similar benefits, as someone coming in as a registered nurse. So no need to worry about this at all. good thing about coming in as a senior carer is the fact that it saves you the frustration of you having to write out over and over and over again. I know it can be quite stressful, you know, so frustrating. You feel like you've put in all the effort you need to, but then you go and it's either you get 6 in writing, 6 in reading, you know, it can be so frustrating. And so the senior carer route is a way of saving you the stress of having to go through that disappointment of having to write the IELTS over and over and over again. So I think this is a very, very fantastic opportunity. You shouldn't let anybody discourage you from coming to the UK through this route at all. Apart from the fact that it saves you the frustration and the stress of having to write this IELTS over and over again, it also saves you money because IELTS is a bit expensive, you know. So taking that from your salary every time to write it, I mean, it can be a bit too much. So coming through the senior carer route is a fantastic opportunity, and it's a way of saving you the money, you know, of having to register over and over again. I mean, some even have to pay to go through IELTS tuition, you know, especially if you don't know anything about IELTS. So to pay money for tuition or for somebody to teach you and then write the exams and not pass and having to re-register over and over again, it's a bit too much. So I mean, the senior carer route is a lifesaver. Honestly, I would say it will save you the stress of having to register over and over again, as well as the money. But let's talk about some of the benefits you enjoy once you are even here working as a senior carer. So as a senior carer, you not only, they will not start you from the scratch because you already have some form of healthcare experience. So that is why it's a senior carer, not just a carer. There are carers and there are senior carers. So they are taking you on as a senior carer because you've got the background in healthcare, and some are even nurses. So they don't start you from the scratch. So as a senior carer, you would at some point even supervise other carers. So it kind of builds your leadership skills, and it even gives you the opportunity for further promotions even in the same carer route. So at some point you have to be the one to allocate duties to the other carers. As you take these leadership roles, it builds up your confidence, so that even if there is any other opportunity, it builds up your confidence enough to grab it, you know. So this is just like a stepping stone for you to get to greater heights. So nothing at all should discourage you from applying for senior carer jobs here in the UK. So another benefit you get, you know, from coming to the UK to work as a senior carer, it's not like you are just coming here, they throw you in as a senior carer and that's the no. There are so many opportunities. Some of the agencies or their care homes will even be more than happy if you manage to get your IELTS sorted or OET and register with the UK as a registered nurse. So if you manage to come here as a senior carer, there are opportunities for you to write the OET, the IELTS. There are a lot of African countries where they don't even have OET. So people could be struggling with the IELTS, but then there is no opportunity for them to even try OET. But then the good thing is, if you come in here, we have OET over here in UK, we have IELTS. You can name it, they've got it all over here. So it will be another opportunity for you to even give OET a try if it's the IELTS that you are having problems with. So once you get here, it's not like you are stuck or limited and you have to be there for ages. No. Once you get here, just start exploring opportunities for you to either write OET or even give the IELTS a try, you know, so that you can get your NMC requirements, and then you get registered as a nurse, and then you start working as a registered nurse band 5. Another good thing about coming in here as a senior carer, you know, as you work with the nurses as a senior carer, you see what they do. And one fantastic opportunity is, as a senior carer, they allow you to do medications. So I know that as a registered nurse back home, you feel like you can do a lot more than just oral medication. But I mean, it's how it is over here. Even in healthcare assistants in NHS are not allowed to go anywhere near medication at all. But if you come in here as a senior carer in a nursing home, in a care home, they will allow you, train you to do some form of medications. It may not be injections or IV injections, because they don't normally do most of that in the care homes. But at least oral medication, you will be trained to do that, because most of the senior carers in nursing homes are trained to do oral medication. So as and when you do that, at least it builds up your confidence confidence that by the time you actually get your nursing registration sorted out, at least you have a feel of how it is to become a registered nurse. You know what the nurses do. You see them, you observe them, how they do their things, how they document, how they do their report writing and everything. So as you are trained to do medication, you also be learning from the nurses, and by the time you get all your IELTS or OET or CBT sorted, at least you have that confidence enough to go in and work as a band 5, and you will not struggle at all compared to somebody who is even coming in to work as a band 5 registered nurse. So nothing should actually discourage you at all from this senior carer job. So all in all, it's not a bad thing at all. I would not say it's a bad thing. It's rather a good opportunity. The UK is spreading their tentacles and giving so many other people the opportunity. So without this, most people will be stuck back home and feeling frustrated just because of the IELTS. So if you are thinking of coming through the senior carer route and still contemplating, at least having discussed all these benefits, you should know that all hope is not lost. And it's not like you just come in here and get stuck as a senior carer. No, there are opportunities for you to develop yourself further, to get to that band 5 registered nurse that you really want to be. Another thing I want to touch on is, if you come to the UK as a senior carer, obviously you are coming on the tier 2 visa just like any other registered nurse, and after you've worked for 5 years, you qualify to apply for indefinite leave to remain, and then in the following year you apply for citizenship. So just like any other registered nurse who would come in on a tier 2 visa, you also have the right to apply for indefinite leave to remain when you live here for 5 years. So you don't lose anything at all. So do not let anybody discourage you. This is the right route for you. God knows why he allowed the UK government to add us to the occupational shortage list, so that at least it will open so many doors for many people. I'll encourage you to just go ahead and check out the video I did and go through a list of the agencies I made mention of in the video. Just contact them, explain your situation to them, and then just decide on which of them you want to go in for. If you want to search for nursing homes and apply to them directly, you are allowed to do that. So just go ahead, give it all your best, and then hopefully see you in UK soon. So I hope this video has been helpful and insightful. If you've gotten any value from this, try and then share it with others. You know, I believe so many people are contemplating on coming to the UK through this. We just share it with them and consider subscribing, and stick around for the next video. Bye. I mean, God knows why they added this to the occupational church. So God knows why the UK government, so another wonderful, you know, and not to actually be doing that. So the more you do this, the more you